plus has gathered to watch a different type of football. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an inter-conference contest between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. On the Broncos sideline, get a look at their head coach. They signed one of the top groups in the league here in the early days of this season, owners of a 4-1 record. Opposing them, that is Aaron Glenn, head coach of the Jets. These guys serving as our home team here in the English capital. Pete Scott, joined by my partner Brock Hewitt. It's going to be longtime vet Nick Folk to get us started. And we're off from Tottenham Hotspur. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Hey, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lineup this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of boys. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
Finds the in route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First down from the 42. We'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nix holds on to it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Denver.
Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Thomas on the coverage.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the Broncos first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st and goal, Denver.
A give right side to Dobbins. He's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 yards, and that moves them that much closer. 2nd goal now from the 2.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gets it again. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good point, good point. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we got a first down here. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Dobbins will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
These last 2 snaps they forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. He gets it in, touchdown Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Going after tries, good by Lutz. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Thomas on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. There's certainly a hand in it too. You're winning a lot of games in this league or any league. If you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them, a lot of room for him to improve this week.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Gets 16 yards on that play. That's good for a New York first down.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10.
New set of downs from 37. Play action, Fields. The right side, cut by Wilson. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Fields out of the gun. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. And he'll go down here at the 16. Shotgun snap to Fields. He takes it himself. Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. First and goal.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. Field throwing here. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Fields pass.
So the incompletion on first. Here is 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
That is just a terrific effort defensively, and now really sets you up. I don't think this offense can run it, not after getting knocked backward on 2nd down.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. Escapes his grasp. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jets It's a Justin Fields touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Marvin Mims now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
At the 26-yard line.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have second and pretty long here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Dump off by his back. This gets forward to around the 29. Jarvis proudly there to make that play.
A gain of 4. And it's
No throw, third and long. This is Sutton working the right side. And they are on him short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up fourth down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Takes it in at the 21. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And that touchdown to begin the game, another for him with his legs this season. As you see, he's among the scoring leaders for quarterbacks. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Fields gets it out wide quick. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
And the Jets. First down.
Now it's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fields to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Another throw for Fields. Short pass Bryant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Fields throwing once more. That's a cut for the first. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in the goal to go.
It's a gain of 29. That's another Jets. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yards.
And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Go to him again. This defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Looking to throw Fields. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that we said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Full on now to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7.
14.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Mims. A little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. He could get there. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw for Fields. He's got a man left. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, it's on. Right from the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
That's incomplete left side. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. Nix from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
On second down, here's Dobbins. A decent run, gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
It's now
Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well.
Formation for the Broncos.
Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Finds the in route complete. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fields looking to throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, Fields.
He
Calls his own number again. Again, he's got room. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Pass it down close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Now Fields. They will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get some late points and the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're going for the end zone.
Fork on now to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 14.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Harvey now to return it. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
To Troy Franklin. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Now
and
Nix.
6 at the 30-yard line.
Has it downfield working left. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. By higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Khalil Herbert's on the return. Keeps away from one.
The Jets take over
The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground, looking like an effective dual threat thus far. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work. Help reset those chains.
Called in left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Now here he goes. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Williams on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they've taken back the lead.
It feels just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Fields on 1st down. That's caught. It's Brees Hall. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Fields out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He's going to tuck it and run. Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun snap, but give to Hall. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action, it's Fields. He covered just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 10.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
Gain of 40 yards on the play. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By getting on that shot, you totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Go left side. Taylor has it. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 9.
He'll sneak it in. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Fields to throw. A nice pickup of the weapon there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I know Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to get
Looking for the end zone. And it lost the football. It's not loose. Recovered by the Broncos. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's 2nd in the league in touchdown receptions. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. We get it on the ground here with Dobbins. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens here, Kate. I think they just got busted because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable doing anything you're playing.
Cobbled together a yard there. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
An 8-yard pickup.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Nix looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's not just before the line to gain. This is at the 27.
A gain of 14.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback, and he could scramble for the first.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now here comes the New York offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's good.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Good on second to Hall. He's almost to the markers. His effort takes it to the 40, 3rd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15 plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Trying to do it himself. And they're going to down him by contact. They've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
New set of downs from 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Hall running his own lead. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
The tackle.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Now it's Fields. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. That's caught at the 4. And that's a New York touchdown. The Jets take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Folk on now to try to point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets take a 4-point lead.
The score, Jets 28, Broncos 24.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Harvey now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Play action with Mix. Makes the grab and bounds left side. They're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Now he can continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Nix from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
third down. Here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pick up at 17. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down, Broncos.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And they take him down right along the 30. We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
First down, Denver.
From the red zone now. Looking for somewhere to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break. They finally get into the ground. Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm the only one thinking about that earlier missed kick as that one sailed through the uprights. Now it's incumbent upon this team to find yet another way to score.
Here's Herbert on the return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10. Here's Fields. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And that will not be enough for a first down. Drive in dire straits. It's third and 9.
Makes it third and 9.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth and long. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Room to work at the 35. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Going to the ground again on first. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First down, Denver.
On first down, it's Nix. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. 7 down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Dobbins trying the right side. And this will only complicate matters for third down partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Ryan Ingram makes the grab. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Broncos down by only 1. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. It's on some of those guys who were out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
On return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the run back to the 22nd. The Jets offense now set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Rolling left, buying some time. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year. It's Breece Hall hurts on the play. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They'll run for this. It'll be the 1st and more. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here he is to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ballgame.
And it's 3rd down.
Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set.
It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Broncos offense all set to go. And that 2-point lead, it's still right there on the scoreboard, Brock, after their defense got off the field clean.
And now, Kate, this offensive goal is to make sure that clock expires with that lead still in hand and him holding the ball. You absolutely do not want to give this ball back, knowing the other side still just needs a field goal.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And their trip across the pond, a fruitful one, Brock, as they claim the victory over here in London. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners as we say cheerio from London.